Harihi Om, my dear holy souls. This is Mata Anantananda, Sri Sadguru Shivarama Avadhuta Ashramam, Pamvaram village, Kurnool district, Andhra Pradesh state, from Bharat, that is India. Under the caption of Wonderful Indian Folk Stories, we are enjoying the wonderful, twistful, and suspensive thriller somehow of and adventurous stories of Bhatti and Vikramaditya, the ancient personalities, historical personalities of India. In that series of videos, this is 71st one. The story told by Pillow. Out of 5 parts, this is second part. Sorry, third part. Well, and main incidents in the story are: the prostitute made Aprupa Sundari to enter into the room by force. She was fainted, her breast milk spread on the face of Prince. With all such strange incidents, Madanasekara suspected about his birth secret, so he prosecuted the king. After knowing that he was adopted, Apurupa Sundari was summoned to the royal court along with Chitravalli and inquiry. The outgoing skills from this story are how the prince investigate the truth, such way makes us to learn lateral thinking. The unexpected twist make us thrill. As well, our imagination power will get increased. The remaining story, let us enjoy in the video. By the way, um, Madanasekara, anyway, he was very Confucius status by hearing and understanding the conversation of calf and its mother cow. He was in such a Confucius status, but he followed the light handled by Chitravalli. And by following her, he entered into a room. And Chitravalli treated him as a chief guest and asked him to wait there for a moment. And then he sat on a small chair, a sofa in that room beside the bed. And Chitravalli had gone to Aprupa Sundari. Anyway, she made her to decorate with ornaments and flowers and all by saying to go to the devotion. And now she said the prince Madanasekara had arrived to our room, to our house. He want he wants to enjoy with your company. Go and entertain him. By hearing such, Aprupa Sundari shocked like anything. But by force, with the help of servant maids, Chitravalli had taken her and deposited her into the room and closed the door. And she was still in shock, Aprupa Sundari. And then, when at the moment she entered into the room, this prince, Madanasekara, stood up from the sofa. And he was watching her without eyelash. But she also, with highly shocking status, even she had watched him just a moment and she thought that he was just like her husband, but her mind it refusing to accept him as Aprupa Sundara, because she could recognize that though the appearance resembles to her husband, but this guy is was not Aprupa Sundara. With that shock, she got fainted. But at that moment, by God's grace, we don't know. As a mother's love, that much we don't know. The breast milk came out of her breast and it was spread on the face of Madanasekara, the prince. But that moment itself, she got fainted and became unconscious and she fallen on the ground. By watching all this, Madanasekara, his Confucius status got concentrated and he was highly shocked and with high um, what we have to say, some not anger, but he was not peaceful. So with high impulsiveness and paralyzed status, he left the room and rapidly he approached to the royal palace. When he came out of the room and left the house, the Chitravalli, she frightened like anything, and immediately she rushed into the room to watch what happened there. At that, on the floor of that room, Apurupa Sundari was fallen on the floor with unconsciousness, and Chitravalli thought something happened, some strange and some danger also. Might be the soldiers will come to arrest her. This girl, Apurupa Sundari, why I had taken this bloody girl to my house? And 20 years I forced her to adopt the prostitution profession, but she refused. Then why should I accept the princess arrival message? I should prevent it in the beginning itself by saying that girl, she won't accept the um, prostitution. She thought like that, and Chitravalli, she was very frightened, and she gone to the temple and prayed there, and she was praying God to save from that danger. Though the persons how much sinful they are, when they expect some danger, immediately they'll go to the God. Natural it is. Such that Chitravalli was in the frightened status. Here, the prince have approached his room, and without saying any word with anybody, he fallen on the bed, and he was thinking about the strangeness about the conversation of the cow and its calf, and at the same time the breast milk spread on his face. Why it was happened like that? Something strange is there. He thought that the young lady in the prostitute's house, it seems she was very young, so she might not be his mother. But the conversation of cow and its calf said like that. As well, her breast milk spread on his face. So there might be some secret in his birth. He thought like that because Gandheswara, um, his age was almost as grandfather's age, not father's age. Like that, similar case with the age of queens also. That's why Madan Sekara, he was very highly suspected. Some secret is there in behind my birth. I have to find it out. He thought like that. And next day, early in the morning, as usual, before sunrise, all the royal family woke up, and they completed their bath and everything, and they assembled in the temple inside the royal palace. And by that moment itself, priest came and the devotion program started. As usual, every day before their presence, the king and other queens, the prince Madanasekara will be there by completing his bath and everything. But that day he didn't. Gandhiswara, he felt a wonder about it. It didn't happen in previous. And while going on the devotional program, puja, he called an servant and asked him to go to the room of the mandir of Madanasekara and inquire there and get him to puja mandir, the temple. The servant had gone there and watched. Madan Sekara didn't get up from the bed, and he laid on the bed by covering his face with the bed sheet. So he returned to the king Gandheswara and he informed the thing. Then Gandheswara felt wonder and worried about the health of prince. Then after completion of the devotion, immediately he rushed into the room of Madanasekara. Then he asked Madanasekara, "My dear son, why you are laying on the bed? It is time to wake up. Is your health is not well?" He asked like that. But by removing the bed sheet on his face and by petting him on the face. Gandheswara asked like that. Then the Prince Madanasekara said, "Oh, my dear king, I have a suspect. So, doubt. If you clear it, then only I'll get up and then only I'll take my bath and food and everything. Otherwise, I'll live the life like this only." He said like that. By hearing such words and the sight of his face, Gandheswara felt very sorrowful and very frightfulness also. He thought, why this boy is asking like that? He thought like that and asked, "Okay, my dear son, what is your doubt? Why you are asking like this? Why you are like this?" He said, "My dear father, I got doubt about my birth. Am I your own son or adopted? In your wives 120 queens, in whom's womb I got the birth. Let me know. I have doubt about my birth." By hearing these words, Gandheswara felt very unhappy, very sad. He thought inside, after a long time, after penance towards the god Shiva, I got a handsome son, Aparupa Sundara, and I got married him with a beautiful girl, princess, but I lost him, both of them. And then I got this boy in the temple. Now I'm facing this question. How can I survive? He thought like that. But again, he continued his thinking. I can't convince him by saying lies, because Madanasekara is very efficient in all sastras and he learnt all art forms and he know the conversation of birds and animals even. That's why I can't impress him with lies. By thinking like that, Gandheshwara said, "Oh, my dear Prince Madanasekara, I'm promising you, I'll clarify your doubts. First, you get up from the bed and have your bath and food. Then I'll clarify all of your doubts." He said like that. So happily, with the enthusiasm, Madanasekara got up from the bed and had taken his food and assembled in a room along with Gandheswara and his all wives and some of the ministers also. Then again he repeated his question. Gandheswara said all about the past history. "Yes, my dear son, you are adopted one. Actually, after long time, after penance towards God Shiva, I got a handsome son, Aparupa Sundara. When he was 20 years age, I searched for a suitable match for her, and from long distance, I got a princess Aprupa Sundari, who was very suitable to my son in beauty and in everything. We made them to marry. After few months, my son got to disappear. We don't know where he have gone. We didn't find his dead body even. But after a few months, my daughter-in-law got pregnancy. That's why we driven her out of palace and we left her in the midst of forest. We don't know what happened to her. At that moment, she was pregnant about 7 months like that. After 3 months, as usual, we used to go to Kali's temple, which is near to our city. There we found a boy, that is you. We got you and brought you to palace, and we made grow up you as if you are my son. But now you are asking like this. My heart is breaking like this, he said. Then Madanasekara said, "Oh, my dear father, don't think otherwise. Because I got suspect, that's why I asked. But I won't leave you. I love you as if you are my father. And but please make the royal assembly and summon some young lady who is in the house of prostitute Chitravalli. My friend can recognize her. So send some soldiers along with him and summon them to the court. He said like that. Everything was made. Gandheshwara sent some soldiers along with the friend of Madanasekhara. And by watching the soldiers' arrival, Chitravalli frightened like anything, and she um, feared like anything. And she, as per the order of the king, she approached the royal court along with Aprupa Sundari. At the moment Aprupa Sundari entered into the royal court, Gandheshwara and his wives had recognized her as their daughter-in-law. But some of the ministers also, some of the courtiers. But Aprupa Sundari didn't up her face. She dropped her face towards the ground, and tears were falling from her eyes just like waterfalls. Her breast was getting wet with that tears. The situation was very pitiable. And King Gandhiswara, he didn't say any word, but Madanasekhara, with the permission of king, he asked the prostitute Chitravalli, "Oh, prostitute Chitravalli, tell me the truth, otherwise your head will cut off. I want to know the truth only. Please say, who is this girl, this young woman, lady? Is she your own daughter? Tell me the truth." Then, by with the tears in the eyes, with a trembling body, that Chitravalli said, "Oh, my dear king, oh, your majesty, she is not my own daughter. Just before 20 years in past, when on the day my daughter Vichitravalli had lost life, nobody helped me, and I myself had taken the corpus to burn it in the burial ground. At that moment, this young girl, being pregnant of 7 months like that, she approached that corpus fire and she tried to enter into it. I made her, um, I rescued her and I convinced her with sweet words and I took her to my home. I tried several times and in several means to introduce her into my prostitute profession, but she refused like anything. If I force her, she said that she can commit suicide. Then I left her. I tried to not giving food to her, but she didn't bother about it. Then she was doing as a servant maid in my house. And when I took her to my home, within 3 months, she had given birth to a beautiful male child. I asked my midwife to kill him. I don't know what happened to that boy. I convinced her, I tried to believe her that she had given birth to a, this one wooden toy. This much I know. I don't know the remaining. What happened to that boy, the child, I don't know. Forgive me. Please forgive me. Pardon. Save my life. She was saying like that. Then Madanasekhara said, okay, keep quiet. Then they wanted to summon that midwife. What will happen in this story next? Let us continue in the coming up video. Harihi Om. Thank you for watching.